With the spring thaw comes an uptick in new home construction. But this time around, anyone planning on building a new house will be taking a new hit in their wallet. Let's spend a few minutes on the element of the Uniform Construction Code with State Representative Ron Miller, Chairman of the House Labor and Industry Committee. What changed, Representative, January 1st with regard to new homes?
Basically, starting January 1st, if you're going to build a home for yourself, a single residence, it now is required that it has sprinklers in it for fire protection. There can be homes built this year that do not need to put in sprinklers if they pulled their permits before the first of the year. What's interesting about that is we don't know the impact for sure that it'll have on slowing down the construction industry, because so many permits, people tried to beat that deadline. People told us by pulling permits before the first of the year that they didn't want to be required to put sprinklers into their homes.
I take it these sprinkler systems are not very cheap.
And it depends who you talk to. I've heard estimates anywhere from $2,500 to $20,000. And let's be realistic. It depends a little bit on what size house you're going to build. But they do add in a cost to the construction of the home. I spoke to people last week that are in the loan business of making loans for residential housing, and they say that that's going to have a negative impact on the housing industry because of the fact that that's another cost that has to be rolled in. People will have to have more money for a down payment to meet the down payment requirements. So we're very concerned that it may have a significant impact, negative impact on home building.
I want to talk about the battle lines in a few seconds, but you mentioned something. This isn't so much a safety issue. It is in some part, but this is really a jobs and a Pennsylvania business climate issue, isn't it?
That's the issue right now. And we need to address this issue fairly quickly because of the fact people are going to start holding off. They know that there is a push to repeal that part of the Uniform Construction Code. So why would you, as a potential home buyer, builder, to build a new home, sign a contract that would require you to install sprinklers if maybe the legislature might repeal that requirement in 6 months? We need to take a look at this quickly and take a vote so that the public knows, the home buying public, and the contractors know. Everybody knows what is going to be required going forward. You're absolutely right. This has to do with Pennsylvania's economy and Pennsylvania jobs, and we need the certainty of knowing exactly what the requirement's going to be.
As I mentioned, there are some battle lines here, one side and the other.
Yeah. There is an argument to be made that sprinklers help to improve safety in a home. There are those in the home insurance industry, homeowners insurance industry, that contend that the savings is very small as compared to the potential for water damage. And most people will tell you that the major cost when there is a home fire, unless it gets totally out of control, but with the smoke detectors, heat detectors required in new construction today, that most homes that we have a fire now, the major cost is not in the fire itself, but it's in cleaning up the water damage, and that's all part of it. I mean, somebody's home catches on fire, we need to respond. We need to protect firefighters to the best of our ability, but we need to take a good look at the code. With the smoke detectors, we're probably 98% of the way there. Is it worth the extra cost and the uncertainty and the impact that it has on Pennsylvania's economy as far as getting our economy growing again to continue to have this requirement in the code? The main thing is this. We need to put certainty into the marketplace so people know.
If you have questions on this or any other legislative topic, we'll give you Representative Miller's contact information in a few seconds. I'm Scott Little. Thanks for spending 5 minutes with State Representative Ron Miller.